Hello everyone, my name is MrAlberto23, and long have we waited for this tutorial. This is my FF1 door clip tutorial, the first trip to Forsaken Fortress, that is. So, this is a pretty hard trick, and it's not very consistent. I will go over the inconsistencies later. First, I'm going to go over the setup for the trick and what visual cues to look for. So the first step is to go into this corner right here, and then we want to set up an angle. So to set up this angle, I like holding down right so the link kind of bobs up and down. That way the dot doesn't move back and forth. Then I'm going to line up the right side of the dot with this dark vertical texture right here. This is the best angle you want to use for this. So now we're going to be charging speed, and we're going to be using a visual cue to stop charging speed, and because the speed for this is pretty important. You want to gain around, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 units of speed. So if you get too much speed, you have to wait a long time for Link to lose his speed. So I'm going to pause buffer and charge an item sign to this corner, and then I'm going to very quickly hold down to convert to positive, and then start holding down left. So that will create this bob up and down of the dot, and then right after that we're going to want to hit target. So I'll show you the bob up and down like that. So you see how right after the bob, that bob up and down only happens if you have positive speed. That's why you need positive speed. So that's why I held down. And then you hit target right after the dot comes back up. So now the next part of this trick is to get Link to be moving in the correct speed direction. So we want to move out along this door frame while holding target. Actually, really want to release target and everything, and then start holding it again. That way the camera gets right behind Link. So after you press target for the first time, release it, and then press it again. And make sure you're holding nothing on the analog stick, or else Link will switch his facing direction. So now we want to start holding down left, so that, see how Link is moving away from the corner around the door frame? That's good. Now we want to slowly shift our analog stick angle so that Link is slowly moving towards the corner, like this. See how he was moving very slightly towards the corner? Okay, and then Link will do 2 dips. Actually, he's already started dipping. He's going to do a second dip. Like that. And then right after the second dip, I release target, and then pause the game. So this is the correct speed. Let me just double check my speed. 2174, that's probably a little high. I mean, you really want like 2150, like here, like here. I think I let go of target a little early, but yeah, you really want like 2150 units of speed for this. But yeah, so I kind of did that a little early. I think 2174 would have worked. The speed range for this is pretty high. But yeah, so it's after the second dip. So dip, and then release target, and then pause. And then so this is where we're going to do the clip. So we are at clipping speed, but Link can't clip until he is turned more to the left. So we need to do a setup to get the correct analog stick position. This is very, very important. We want to hold left on the stick, and then start holding down until the cursor moves like this. Now, it's kind of finicky. This part's really, really finicky. But you want, see how my, I don't know if you can see. I guess you can't really see. The X value for this, you can't really see it, is you want it to be around 15. So if you go too slowly, like really, really, really slowly, that's not good. Like, see how slowly I'm shifting my analog stick? Now I have 11, so I'm actually too high. So you kind of want to overshoot a little bit, like kind of like this. Sometimes the analog stick doesn't move. So like this. This would be probably fine. I probably wanted to, like that. That would be fine. So, right when the cursor starts moving, sometimes it doesn't, like, that time it moved. That time it didn't. So let's say the cursor doesn't move, you want to go back to full left, and then start doing it again. It didn't work, go back. There we go, it worked this time. So, now when we have this angle, we're going to need to unpause, and then the third frame after unpausing, press A, and then very quickly B. So I like to put my middle finger on A, and then my pointer on B, because I want to do AB. The B press is very important, but really only the A press needs to be timed. The B press just needs to be after the A press. That's just in case, if you clip really low, you could clip out of the door, and the jump slash prevents you from clipping out of the door. Once again, get the correct angle, like this. And then unpause, and then press AB. Like this. And so I actually got it, so nice. So that was the correct frame. As you can tell, I'm actually in the door. This is door clip, I did it. Now, if I was early on my A press, I would have just done a roll in place. Like, I wouldn't have, because you're rolling on the frame that you clip. So if you roll early, you don't clip. Now, let's say you roll late. you'll actually go all the way over to the stairs. So you'll go like way over there. And then you'll roll over there, or you'll just kind of like clip in place. If that's the case, you were late on your A press. So yeah, this is pretty finicky. Really the things I want to say about what are finicky, when you're losing speed right after the dip, or like on those 2 dips, you could clip in place. It's random. It's not that high of a chance. It's maybe like a 10% chance, but it really just has to do with your speed value on the frames that you dip, which is kind of random. You can't really control that. The other thing that's random is that you can clip in place while Link is turning on the frame you're supposed to clip. You could clip not low enough, and then he kind of just jumps in place, and then even if you get the correct roll timing, he's not going to clip into the door, which is unfortunate. All I've really found for that is that, see, you remember this angle that we were holding? If your angle is too shallow, so like really high up, it's more likely to happen versus if you're hold a more like down angle. But the problem is that if you go too far down, Link takes 1 extra frame to clip. So that's why the analog stick angle is actually really precise. So it's really finicky. That's kind of like the setup I've had, is just kind of just change it until the cursor starts moving, and then just go for it right there. So yeah, it's kind of finicky. Definitely play with the setup, and if you don't like it, definitely work around with it more, because this is the working setup I've had for a year, but I don't really know if it's that great. So anyway, that's it for FF1 door clip. I hope this helps people learn the trick. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can contact me. You guys know how to contact me on Discord, or post in the comment section below. Or if you just like my tutorial, post whatever you want. And definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already. But yeah, that's it for me today. And that is FF1 door clip, and hope to see you guys later. Good luck learning the trick.